Hello everybody. Now we start unit 4. Unit 4. The topics to be covered in this unit are potentiometers, magnetic measurements, in this we are going to study about ballistic galvanometer, flux meter, measurement of iron loss, determination of hysteresis loop, and sensors and transducers. First, let us discuss about ballistic galvanometer. This works based on the principle of motoring principle. It works based on the principle of PMC instrument. You're going to have North Pole, South Pole, this is upper suspension, you're going to have coil, okay, this is moving coil. So this is mirror, and this is upper suspension, this is phosphor bronze wire. Here you are going to have lamp. This is glass scale. Glass scale. This is lamp. Ballistic means it is having zero damping. Okay, here we have upper suspension, and this is phosphor branch wire, and mirror is attached to this moving system. This is moving coil. Okay, whereas permanent magnet, you can apply voltage between these 2 points. Okay, this is positive and this is negative. You can apply voltage to this moving coil. Okay, this instrument works based on motoring principle. The working principle of this as same as the working principle of PMC instrument. This works on the principle of PMC instrument, same as PMC instrument. Working principle of this is same as the same as PMC instrument. The only difference is type of suspension used in this instrument. Okay, here the type of suspension which is used in this is called torque suspension. It uses a sophisticated suspension called torque suspension. Here we use torque suspension. And it is having negligible weight. As this instrument uses torque suspension, it will be having negligible weight. And this instrument uses lamp and glass scale method. Okay, with the deflection of this, when you apply voltage across this, with the deflection of this moving coil, this mirror will be, the position of mirror will be changing, so that this light spot will be changing. Position of light spot will be changing. Okay, actually this ballistic galvanometer is used for the measurement of charge. Okay, it measures charge flown during impulse current. It measures charge flown during impulse current. Okay, actually it is used for the measurement of charge flown. Okay, that is, you take, suppose current versus time. If we have current waveform like this, okay, impulse current, okay, from here to here, T1, let this is T2. Okay, when T is less than T1, no current is there. When T is greater than T2, no current is there. Okay, current is available for a short duration of time. Only for this period of time current is available. Okay, so integration of current dt from T1 to Tt, which is equal to charge. Okay, so this is used for the measurement of charge flown during impulse current. If we have the situation like this, then this can be used for the measurement of charge flown during impulse current. Okay, here after having derivation, this charge will be directly proportional to the deflection of the instrument. Now let us discuss about flux meter. This is used for the measurement of flux. It is used for the measurement of flux. You're going to have coil. This is moving coil. Here you have spring support. You are going to have silk thread. Okay, this is silk thread. Silk thread, and you are going to have conducting springs. These two are terminals of the flux meter. Okay, you are going to have conducting springs. Current will be flowing through this conducting wire like this and coming back like this, and this will be moving coil. Anyhow, this is moving coil. Here what we do is, we take this flux meter, and this flux meter is connected to search coil. Okay, this is called search coil. Okay, when there is a change in flux, then EMF will be induced in this search coil. In order to get change in flux, what we do is, either we remove this magnetic field or we change the poles of this magnetic field. Okay, by removing it from the magnetic field, or by removing this coil from the magnetic field, or changing the polarities of this magnetic field, I can get the change in flux. Whenever flux linking the coil changes, EMF will be induced. According to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, whenever flux linking the coil changes, EMF is induced, right? So we are going to get the change in flux, okay, by removing this coil from the magnetic field, or by interchanging the polarities of this magnetic field. Okay, so we get the change in flux. Okay, due to the change in flux, EMF will be induced in this search coil. That EMF induces current. Okay, so that current will be flowing through this flux meter. As this is connected across this flux meter, that current will be flowing. Let this is flux meter, and RF, LF are resistance and inductance of search coil. inductance of such coil. Okay, so that current will be flowing through this flux meter, then you are going to get the deflection. If there is no change in flux, if phi 2 minus phi 1 is less, means okay, you are not going to get, deflection will be 0. Okay, as it is having high electromagnetic damping, if flux linkages, change in flux linkages is decreasing, means then deflection will be almost 0. Okay, so phi 2 minus phi 1, or let us write like this, change in flux d phi will be, sorry, change in deflection d theta will be proportional to d phi. Okay, from this you can write g d theta is equal to n d phi, where g is constant of flux meter called displacement constant, and n is equal to number of turns of such coil. Thank you.